welcome by the Politricks Watch. This is Sir P. Today I'm going to talk about Transformers, in particular Decepticons. This video I dropped today because as we near the end of an illustrious career, I talk about Shelly and Fraser-Pryce. It brings me back to a conversation I had with a member of the Patreon squad one. There was a big uproar in our Uncle Sam place regarding an athlete that was born with seed bag. That athlete is competing against people who were born with eagle eye, and that athlete was dominating. Patreon squad member link me, I said, look YouTuber. You think them something that ever happened to Iron Man? Well, the answer to that question is sure. Because I've given up writing off certain things from reach of Iron Man. A matter of fact, from a seat reach Uncle Sam place, start countdown to when it become a thing in Iron Man. So right now we're not seeing it, but down the road, very likely it's going to happen. People born in seed bag, I could tell you say they are now seed bag lists and want to compete with girls. I give them the reasoning. We get the bridging. Because enough video you see me make of I'm reasoning with people. I'm saying, no, say, I'm gonna drop this now on video. Here is the spookylicious reality as to why you can't pay me no amount of money. Can't tell me about my mother no amount of time to make me concede to the idea that people born with seed bag down the road and decide they no longer want them should be allowed to compete with women. And I'm going to use Shelly and Fraser-Pryce and a Schoolboy to make my point. Me drop one time me post one video on Patreon with South Park, them that make fun of one situation like this. So the Patreon squad would have hear me talk about this already. I see me post about this already, but I could drop it on YouTube now. I don't have to tell you about Shelly and Fraser-Pryce career. I'd be wasting my time and wasting yours. There are no more superlatives left to describe Shelly and Fraser career, so I could just go straight down to the numbers. The reason why I would never know about Uno, because here's the thing with Irish accents. We know say Uno stand for nothing. Uno just work off of whatever is the hottest trend of the day. So even though now the average Irish man might tell us say, yeah, me no support Decepticons I run against girls in a champs because this and that. But make them see them favorite artists them come out, sing to hit song about the topic. I tell you say are the thing that make them go see them favorite superstar them start endorse Decepticons. All of a sudden you see everything switch up. Things and times change. And things can change from this too. But here's the problem. Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, in all our greatness, because some people greatness limited to who them is. So you might say, well, him strong for a short man, because he's only 4'2", and he can lift up so much weight, that's impressive. Or you might say, well, him very flexible and he's a great gymnast for a tall man, because he's 7'2" and he managed to can do this, and normally people who's a tall can't do that. So you mention the greatness and then you mention the handicap. You're like, well, it's great because of this. Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, just great. We don't even need to add nothing else to it. She's a great athlete. You don't even have to add nothing more to it. But with all that said, Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, Elaine Thompson era, matter of fact, even if you dig up Flo Joe from the grave, they would not be able to beat a class 2 boy. An elite class 2 sprinter in Jamaica can beat Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, Elaine Thompson era, Veronica, Flojo. Let's give you some numbers to put things into perspective and tell you why highly back man, whether them want to cut out them seat bag or not, should never be allowed to go run against no girl or no woman. I'm not even going to use class 1 boys as champs because those records are just straight up vile. Vile. I hope I'm not mispronouncing this young man's name, but Buwaji and Krumi have the 100-meter record for boys class 1. 9.99. That's a schoolboy. 9.99. In the girls section, Alana Reed. His record is vile. 10.92. A schoolgirl. 10.92. Vile. I'm skipping down to class 2. I'm not even going to use class 1 to make my point. I'm going to use class 2. The record for class 2 boys in Jamaica at champs is 10.29 seconds. This was set by Raheem Chambers. I must say a dinosaur no. The memory not so good, but I think it was Johan Blake's record in broke, Correct me if I'm wrong. But Raheem Chambers, to this day, holds the record. Remember, we're not talking about every single class 2 boy, we're talking about elite class 2 boys. Raheem Chambers ran 10.29 seconds in 2014. I'll know that record still stands. Class 2. Let's put things into perspective. You know, so regular was Shelly. Nelly and them run on a 10-7. And them something there. But I'm not even going to use Shelly numbers. Flojo, who have the record, the female 100-meter records, is still held by Florence Griffith Joyner. They used to call her Flojo. Our 100-meter record is 10.49 seconds. This record was so ridiculous back in the day that even now people still question if it was set, let's just say, in a natural state. Even to this day, there are questions around that 10.49 where Flojo set. Flojo was doing this in the 80s. 10.49. We've seen Elaine get close. We've seen Shelly get close. We've seen great female sprinters over the years get close. But that 10.49 still stands. A class 2 schoolboy in Jamaica has run 10.29. That means that even if Shelly was to equal Flojo's record, she wouldn't break Raheem Chambers' record. See, this now is why Decepticons would be a serious threat to female sport, in my opinion. Because let's say a class 2 schoolboy who can run 10.35. I'm not even going to use none of them youth a real name because I don't even want to speak them thing there into being. We're going to make up smarty. Let's say there's a class 2 boy who can run 10.35. He wouldn't broke Raheem Chambers' record, but that would be an extremely fast class 2 boy. Let's say him start out with him name as Nicholas Unicorn. Nicholas Unicorn got champs and run 10.35. Big celebration, win gold medal. People say the future is bright. People start telling us say
him don't even if he bother no more school thing because he must turn a trillionaire and him gonna be the biggest star in the world. And by the way, Champs is notorious for producing some very talented youth, and then after them do amazing things like Champs, you don't have to ask yourself, what warm to them, what them do? Track and feel or something where one little hamstring injury can be the end of it. That's why I tell the youths them, that Champs will make say, do no tracks, but don't dash for the education part of it. Don't dash for the trade part of it because you might have to go far back on that. Anyway, Nicholas Unicorn run 10.35. But after that, not much now go on for him. Him go up in our next class and realize that him can't beat any crew me them and him go start running against some next youths. And suddenly, the fastest youth in class 2 start to struggle against the bigger boys them. Then him turn one adult now and him realize the well on there. This thing is not going to work out for me now because there's only 4 spaces going to Olympics. And he might be 5th or 6th. That's still a very fast person, but still not top 4. So Nicholas Unicorn go away one summer and come back with 1 week on him head. Tell us a seed bag get cut off and take 2 pills and ready to go compete with woman. Remember, this is a 10.35 runner from class 2. He might have do 10.1 now. 10.1 now win you nothing in a man's track and field. 10.1 Nicholas Unicorn now win nothing at Olympics or World Championship running 10.1. But Nicholas Unicorn is now Nikisha Unicorn. Wig pan head, lipstick, rub on. He go down at the tire man and him pump some ear in him chest. Now him have breasts. Nikisha Unicorn start to the tracks. But now Nikisha Unicorn I compete against women. At 10.1, just last summer, at 10.1, Eiley Batman, who wasn't winning nothing, is now a 10.1 woman sprinter. If such a person existed 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago, there would be no Shelly and Fraser-Pryce. There would be no Elaine Thompson here. Veronica and all them people there, Merlin at all them people there, would be wiped out of the history books. Just 5 examples of Nikisha Unicorn would turn Shelly and Elaine and all of them into middle of the pack runners. Because at 10.1 sprinter is going to run donkey lanes upon Shelly. At 10.6, at 10.7 sprinter versus a 10.1 sprinter, even though the numbers might sound close, 10.1 to 10.7, in a tracks that coming like miles. So a class 2 boy is faster than the greatest female sprinters in history. So if class 2 boys start realizing them now go on to become the next Usains, then what is stopping them, like we see in Uncle Sam place, where average male athletes suddenly become amazing female athletes when them transform. Eiley Batman, Eiley Bat boys, if allowed to compete against girls, will totally annihilate them. There will be no more female superstars. There won't. Because a schoolboy who just started getting little base in them voice might have run 10.5, 10.4. That's already faster than Shelly. So if down the road, Iron Man gets, all woke, and people get so educated, they did the research and one scientist tell them, say, yeah man, no matter if you're born this, but you can just take that 2 pill and everything, even out back and know you're one girl. Just remember, say, look at YouTube, tell you what's gonna happen. That you're going to be wiping out the future Shelly and Elaine's. Because a schoolboy is bigger and stronger and faster than the fastest women, grown women. The numbers prove that. That's why there's always been a separation in sports. Because even from them time there, people that have enough sense to know say highly back man, right, not to compete against woman. And cutting off your seed bag don't suddenly turn you into no woman. All me I say is, when time when you start going down that road there, when some celebrity tell them say, yeah man, this is the thing no one is okay now because I'm popular and me say it's okay so everybody just work with them and say, on the start street, just remember server your son. Remember say me not joining over this song. Because history has proven that on a week like that. Oh, yeah, so the trend there, alright, yes, so we're gone. You can't put nothing past Irish Saxons. And as I've said, enough time, me used to see things that I find, especially Uncle Sam place, and all them sitting there could not in Jamaica, you know, on shame me every time. So you can't hear me say that again. You can't hear me say that again. People are vile. So while it might not be a problem now, the day when it does become one, just remember this conversation. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know. More life. Ultra squad. Stay circling. Bless.